They say when you do the things you love, it'll feel like you never worked a day in your life. And that's what I can finally say that I am doing. And I am truly grateful for the fact that I am helping people grow internally and externally. So, as of recently, I started a business, an online consulting business, helping individuals grow their personal brand and business on social media, teaching them the growth strategies that I use to grow my YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook account. And what you're about to see here is one of my clients who came to me and needed help, but she didn't realize she already had the juice. So, if you're interested in working with me, I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. But I want you all to check out this particular video because there's a lot of information that I know someone else can benefit from. And that was my intention with posting this video because I know someone else needs to hear this message. So without further ado, you have your social media account. I didn't, I should have had that as a prompt. Do you have a TikTok account?
Yes, I do. So it's going to be bringing some and then Joyti, my name.
Bringing SOSUM or SOME?
SOME.
Bringing some joy.
And then TI, not the joy part. It's the you add like a TI to joy.
I got it. I see it now. It's popping up. Okay. All right. So let me just take a quick analyze this right quick. From the looks of it, looks great. Looks very engaging. I see that you have some videos that get some traction. Spiritual teachers trying to leverage this social media to make more money. Let me see what's going on here. Uh, it's got some views. How long
Yeah,
have you been on TikTok for?
I've been on TikTok for about July. So I actually created two accounts. So the one that you saw that was bringing some joy, that was like a business account. Like that's what I signed it up as, but then I didn't end up getting like a lot of voice like music that I could add to my videos. And so then I just created the second account. And I think the second account I created in like August, but before that, I started TikTok in July of last year.
Okay. Okay. So let me see.
City by myself. You need to buy an ad a lot. There's actually a maintenance guy who opened my door.
So this is the account that you want to bring more attention to regarding women, brown women, and sharing your truths. And
Yeah, the thing is that the video that gained a lot of traction, I mean, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jay Shetty. Um,
yes.
yeah. That's what got really big just because it kind of felt like it was just like a negative video. Like I was just talking about like the things that he talked about or like the things that like he got exposed and stuff like that. And it kind of struck a chord for me because I was like, I used to follow his stuff and then I was just like, I was really upset about it. And I think that's why it gained so much traction is because it was just like a conversation piece for people to talk about. Um, but I feel like most of my content, I started off with like talking about a spiritual journey and talking about like me kind of going into it and talk about Kundalini yoga and everything. But I kind of want to like not necessarily steer away from it because I feel like spirituality is like a big reason as into why I decided to like move out and do my own thing too. And I'm like a skeptic, so to speak. And then I'm like learning my journey through that. But I kind of want to like pivot more into just kind of giving this big sister advice on like how to move out if you do have strict parents and things like that while incorporating little other parts of me as well. If that makes sense. I don't know if it
No,
makes sense.
no. So when it comes to negativity, remember how I said authenticity is the highest frequency, but also negativity is like that's what a lot of controversy, or if you're putting negative light on something, that
Hmm.
seems to get projected out there as well, where people gravitate, especially since that's what's popular. a lot of people were coming after him in a negative way. So those videos were instantly being pushed out there into the ether. So
Mhm.
with that being said, that you kind of fell along in that trend where people who's putting that negative light onto him, they were getting pushed out there. So with that being said, I I think you should tell a story, your story, because this account, I'm not seeing anything as I scroll that is really touching the heart from you. It's it's I see, like, for example, I see to stop giving into, just as a quick scan, I see to stop giving into jealousy, which, you know, that is to feel inspired at that, because that is a way that comparing yourself, not even looking at this video, but comparing yourself is a thief of joy. So if you're giving into this jealous energy, especially on social media, you're lowering your own vibration and you're keeping yourself at a lower state and you're never going to grow. So this is a start of something to push you on to something more personable related towards you. Uh Now, with that being said, I think you should just do a video telling your story, telling who you are, what you want to do, what are you trying to accomplish? Because that is authentic. That is what people will want to hear. And you can hashtag your niche of what you are trying to attract. But you know what I also love about your page? It is very personal to you, where you go into like POVs of you in your friend's house to clean their kitchen, and that gains some traction, you know? So you see, it's not like you're not getting views. Uh, but I notice, to be honest, I noticed, we even with my own content, I consider it like Icarus. When he flies too close to the sun, he occasionally gets burned. Like with my old account, I got burned, so it got deleted because I would fly too close to the sun and talk about controversial subjects. And of course, that's what gained the most traction. But now
Mhm.
I kind of learned to go about it in a different way. I still want to fly close to the sun, but I want to do it in a witty, comedic way where I can't go into too many controversial topics like I used to, because I'll lose my whole stage.
Yeah.
So I notice, with I still talking about the stuff when in a positive light, it doesn't go viral. That's what's happening, where you people don't want positivity right away, like unless you're doing something, like a kind act, and that's going a long way. Like I see videos of people doing stuff for homeless people, but I'm always in the line of, that's very vain. You do that stuff in private. It's
Yeah.
to show that in a video. So none of my charitable actions are displayed on social media. So I think those videos are nice just to see, but it's just, me personally, you do that behind closed doors because you're seeking a different energy at that point. But I see you have like some try on hauls with like dressing in the fall. You have going to the gym. That's what insecurity does to our mental health. Like, these are good videos. Honestly, just looking at your page, and you're using the proper hashtags. Yeah, these are hashtags that are within the niche of what you're talking about. And you have a lot of healing journey. I don't know why, but shadow work doesn't get pushed as much on TikTok unless you're promoting the shadow work book.
Oh, okay.
My shadow work videos, compared to my videos that do well, are my ones that are controversial. Like, for example, I noticed the trend is when it is something related to current events, that's what pops off. And that's kind of the strategy that I use to monetize not monetize, but kind of, when I want to promote something in a way, I'll relate it to something current. So with my skits, for example, it was big on a few weeks ago how they were trying to increase the retirement age to 70. So
Mm,
I thought right away, let me make a witty skit and subconsciously promote my book within that skit. And then that popped off because it's just like people know when you're trying to sell them something. But it's just
yeah.
like you have to disguise it in a way where I'm not trying to sell you this. You can either buy it or you don't. But I enjoy my purpose of this video is to bring awareness to this topic. And you can either buy the book if you want, or I wait for the comment or the opportunity to say, hey, this is where you can find the book. I'm not telling you to buy my book. I put a video out there. I'm reading my book. You can get it if you want. So I noticed the videos that have the most success as of recently are the ones that are related towards controversy, unfortunately. And it has a current event, like the Cat Williams interview or something that is very popular and very current. So if you can tie your niche into something that is current,
Mm-hmm.
if that could help, or if you can relate it in some way to a historical event and you see how history repeats itself in different ways and how there's discrimination or this playing against certain groups and ethnicities.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, like the aesthetic of your page looks good and it's very hit or miss because some videos get over. I feel like you're stuck in this 5,000 view jail, you know? Like I not can I see the other account? Like is that's not
It's yeah, it's just bringing some joy. You can look at that page. I mean, I felt like that one was very like kind of surface level almost, but it was just like me giving advice too.
okay. Cause this video, this account actually, let me see.
And also it was just like kind of all over the place as well. Because initially I didn't want my face to be in the videos when I first started, and then eventually kind of got over that fear.
Honestly, I would experiment with both accounts because looking at this account, you're not in this weird view jail where some of your videos, one of your pin video has 56,000 likes, over 56,000 views. Another video after that has 9,000 views. There's a few videos with over 1,000 views. And let me see how recent this one was. Oh, this your last video was
It was a while ago.
a while ago. Okay. Because between this account, it seems like this account got a lot of traction compared to the account that you're on now. And because it's just like I have a dead account, what I call a dead account. And that's an account that's I have over 200,000 followers. It was the account that I had with my kids, and I did
Mm-hmm.
skits with them. And I took a break on doing videos because they said I don't want to do videos no more. So I respected and honored that. And
Mm-hmm.
then they were like, hey, I'm ready to do videos again. And I noticed we weren't getting any traction on that account where none of the videos would get over 200 views. It was like we'd get to 200 views and then it would just stop. It'll instantly just die out. But the thing is, like with this account, you had a video in March that had over 15,000 views. So, and it was a follow-up video after your one of your most more recent viral viewed video, your 5,000 view video. So it's I wouldn't say this account is truthfully dead because I had a client whose account was just dead, and I told her you need to just create a new account in general.
I know who you're talking about,
Yeah.
Fernand. Yeah, she's the one who recommended me to talk to you.
Yeah, no, this account is yours isn't dead. I don't think your account is dead. I think your account is it has a chance. And it's just because I do see some videos that have over 6,000 views. It's very hit or miss. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the nature of TikTok. Now, with that being said, we don't know the future of TikTok. I don't know if you want to think about putting stuff on Instagram.
I do have an Instagram account. So, but that account I just like I kind of stopped posting, but like that one has like about I think like 13,000 followers. But like I haven't been posting on it for a minute, so I was just trying to like grow on TikTok. but you could check it out as well. It's bringing some joy for Instagram. I think I like recently started posting again, but like the views aren't
on
kind of,
Instagram.
yeah,
Okay,
like they used to be.
you have an audience on Instagram.
Yeah.
Now, I like your Instagram. Your Instagram has a lot of potential to grow and to get your message across of what you want to do. I think you would have a lot of traction. Let me see your views. Yeah, absolutely. You have a video, a reel on Instagram that has over 134,000 likes.
That video is like, so the videos I would create on Instagram weren't front facing. So the ones that got a lot of traction were the ones where there was like a pretty sunset in the back. And then like I kind of like wrote, like if you click on that video, it's just like kind of text on the back as like an overlay of like a sunset. And that's why I kind of like was like, okay, my face isn't on here. And I tried to kind of grow on there with my face, but like it's taking some time, if that makes sense.
No, so you have a nice face.
Oh,
So
thank you.
utilize that. It's okay to be in the spotlight now because my girlfriend, she's very behind the scenes. She wants to do everything. Like she doesn't want to be on camera, but she has
Mhm.
messages that she wants to share. But she's not on social media at all, actually. So we're like yin and yang, complete opposites in a way, where she doesn't have social media and she's like she uses me as the voice because we're
Mhm.
very like-minded. But your Instagram account tells me that you have the potential to grow on Instagram. This is a seed and it just needs to be watered. And it might take one video, just one. But if you stay consistent with posting on this, I believe that this account can grow and have more of an impact than your TikTok account. Because TikTok, if I wanted to grow on an Instagram account, if I wanted to grow on a social media account, I would want it to be on Instagram and Facebook because
Mm.
those communities are more loyal to you. And the algorithm is most likely going to show you or them, show your audience you more versus TikTok. You could follow somebody on TikTok and you will never, you probably don't even see my stuff, even though you follow me. That's how TikTok works. It's where you only see the stuff that's on a For You page, and you might occasionally see somebody you're following. Like you're like, oh, I saw this person more when I wasn't following them. And that's what
Yeah.
made me follow them. So it's just like you're almost better off not following people on TikTok. I think TikTok has a great reach for going viral overnight,
Mm.
but it doesn't have that loyalty factor where your audience isn't going to stick with you. They're just gonna they'll see you here and there and then bye, nothing else. And no, your Instagram, I really think I don't think I know you should start posting on this. And I know, remember, one thing that I always tell myself when I create content, it's not about how many views I get, it's about the message that I put out there. Did I enjoy creating the content? That's what's most important. The video can be an absolute flop, but I enjoyed putting it together and I enjoyed if one person got something from the message. And that's all it is. When you change your thought process to, I enjoy creating this, it's for a good cause. I want to spread awareness to something. And believe it or not, you're going to start getting unique traction because that is a frequency of you being organic and authentic, where you're not worried about the views. It's just, I'm putting content out here and it's going to, yeah, you have a lot of videos that are getting a lot of views. Even though, I mean, I get that you say stick to, it's almost like stick to what works for you, right? Where you could switch it up, keep switching it up because these videos are what is working for you. So
Mhm.
you can continue to gain. You're an artist in a way, like you're writing out your thoughts. these are your thoughts that are in this video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if your thoughts are getting traction, you are still growing. Then you could, now that you have an audience and you continue to grow this audience, you can incorporate you being personable and you talking your truths and what you are trying to accomplish. You already have a niche right here. I think your Instagram account is going to be more powerful than your TikTok account. And especially with the unknown factor of what TikTok is going to come, like how TikTok is going to, we don't know what Congress will do in a few months with TikTok.
Yeah.
But your Instagram account, it will grow and it will continue to grow. And I think you should continue because this is what's working for you. I know
Do
a
you
woman.
think Do you think maybe I should like, because I know what's working or it has worked. I haven't posted that type of content since like last year of August, so it's kind of like it's been a minute. But do you think I should post like videos of still like a sunset or an overlay and just like kind of have like still text on the screen, but because I want to be more personable, like start integrating more of like my personal, like it's kind of like one video of just me, sorry, I'm a little early, but like one video of like the sunset of like the overlay, and then the next video could be like me doing like my thing and me being personable and me like talking about like whatever I want to talk about with my face. Cause I do want to start integrating my face. The whole purpose too behind this is to gain awareness, but I also want to start making money off of like Instagram. And that's why I also liked TikTok too, because I knew that they had like a creative fund. And that's why I wanted to grow on TikTok as well. But I also do want to like work with other brands and I do want to like obviously brands that like I want to work with. And so that's why I want to grow on these social media platforms as well as to kind of like make social media like a full-time position for myself.
I got you. So you did something right here. Um, your first reel that is pinned with 1.8 million views, you have you as a screenshot. As a, I think you can slowly start integrating yourself like that. Like how you just suggested, I think you can do that. And I think you can continue to reinvent the wheel in a unique way to incorporate yourself in it. But what is working for you is the saying, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Because this, your most viral vid, you have a lot of viral videos actually. From, you have a video that is 140,000 views, 478,000 views, um what else, 644,000 views, and 9,000, 12,000, 148,000. And it is the same way where this is, people love what you have to say in this style. And it's like you're fighting against the path of least resistance of what is working for you. It is this style, and then you can still incorporate yourself into it. But what is working with you on this account is your intellectual knowledge. That
Mm.
is that is what is flowing in. So there are people who have faceless YouTube accounts and faceless social media accounts, and they never show their face, but they're making millions of dollars. And that's why I say, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it, because now all you're doing right here is just continuing to build your stage. And then when you have an audience, it's like, oh, by the way, I can say what, like the way I go about things, I'm going to say what I want to say. And you're just going to sit back and watch it because this is my stage. I created this stage for you all to sit back and watch. So now I don't go about it as the way that it's not getting views. It's like, I know I instantly just say, I'm going to get my stuff out there. It's going to reach the right person who, it doesn't matter if it reaches 10 people, somebody. I just want one person to really take something from this message. And if one person takes something, I feel it here. So continue to do the things that make you feel full in the heart. And I don't think, I know that's how you will grow. So your account, you got a formula that is really working for you on Instagram. And I think you should continue to do that, but slowly integrate yourself, like you said, because your Instagram account is amazing. And I it builds a little curiosity too, like who is this author? Who is the writer behind the scenes? So I look at it like The Weeknd. Remember when The Weeknd first came out? I don't know if you're familiar with like when he
Oh yeah,
first
I know, like the artist, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
when he first came out, nobody knew what he looked like. He
Oh,
was
really?
very mysterious. Yes. Nobody knew what he looked like. And then when he finally revealed himself, it was like, oh, this is you. This now you know who The Weeknd is, you know his face, and he's everywhere now. Now he's trying to act. So it's very unique how his story kind of went from I want to be behind the scenes and I don't want to nobody know who I am. Now I want everybody to know who I am. It's kind of
Kind of
telling
like,
your story
yeah.
where you were behind the scenes and now and your behind the scenes is working. They're seeing your intellectual knowledge that you have. And like your reels. So I have an idea now. When I look at your account, I'd say continue to post your reels how you are doing them, that what is working for you. And on your because there's a section. This is your section of just reels, and this is your section of just like pictures and everything personal to you. I'd
Hmm.
say every time you post a reel uh that is on this style, you keep it in this real grid, like the on this side, and everything that is personal to you and a message that you want to share that you want the people to see every time they come to your page, you keep it on this side. So, because you get an option when you post where it
Okay.
says show on your profile grid or show or just keep it in reels. And reels are naturally going to get pushed out there. So, this side can be you. You got your
So, okay, yeah. So the ones where I just post, even if it's a video, don't post it on Reels. If it's something that I want to do personal, post it on like the regular side.
no, 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 no. I'm saying
Okay.
your your regular side is you. This is, I mean, it's all you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when I see your regular side, I see you. I see
Hmm.
this is you. Then I go here and I see what is working for you is not you, but it is still you intellectually. So
Yeah.
it's like if you continue to separate, these videos are going to get pushed. So now when you go over here, you're naturally going to see, oh, it's like the weekend vibe where this is the author of these amazing posts. She has a life, she has a message, she has this that she wants to share. And yeah, you have an option to keep it just in reels and not, let me see if I just do a quick example where let's just say, let me find a recent video. Okay. So this, when my phone decides to,
That's okay.
so when we share, we have the option of keeping it in, let me see, I guess this isn't a reel. Yeah. We have the option of keeping it in the, it's not actually doing it for this one. Let me see if maybe I need a longer video. Maybe let's try this one. Okay, so disregard. It's not even giving me the option to do that. I guess they want it on my page.
I
But
think I kind of understand what you're trying to say. I think, well, actually, no, you explain it first.
so um so for example, when I hit these three dots, I can hit I it's not I should have screen I probably let me see if I could screen record this. That will make more sense. I should have done that in the beginning. So stand by. Let me pull up Instagram. Okay. So let me share screen. Are you able to see my screen yet?
I am.
Okay. Now, there are, when I go to my page and just click on a random video, there's three dots it's going to say, and I can, well, on the computer it's not letting me do that, but if you click on these three dots, it's going to, there's going to be an option on the mobile app that gives you
Mhm.
the feature to remove from profile grid. And that's how it almost separates from.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So remove kind of the reels that kind of remove the reels that have like the sunset and like the overlay from my actual profile, but keep it in my reels, and then just the only thing that's on my like actual page or my, you know, my regular pages is going to be the videos that I want to be personable or photos that I want to post about me. Okay, I totally get what you're saying now. Okay.
Yes, because now it's a separation. You got your shadow self and your conscious. It's two separate entities now where this is what's working. And since your face is being shown within the screen,
Hmm.
you could keep it on your regular profile. Your reels are going to get pushed regardless. So you could keep it up there, like let it linger. And then, because Instagram is weird where whenever you post something, you got to let it ride out for at least a day or let it do its thing. Let the algorithm know where it wants to push it. And then
Hmm.
after a week or so, or after 2 weeks, move it over to your reels, remove it from your profile grid. Cause that's what I do with some of my videos where it doesn't, when you go to my page, it doesn't look like I have a million videos. It just looks like I have what, 60, 51 videos, but I have a lot of them in my reels. So
Hmm.
with it being personal, it allows people to scroll down. Like you, all I would just see that, oh, you have a massive audience without knowing why you have a massive audience. But then I go over to your reels and I'm like, oh, she has knowledge that she's dropping in her reels. But over on this side, you have you. This is personable, where I compare it to like saying this is work, this is business. Now let me ask you this, with either of your accounts, have you already tried to monetize and sign up for the creator funds
In
on TikTok?
I mean, you have to have, I think, at least 10,000 followers to do that.
So with that being said, I I don't my personal drawback from signing up for the creator fund is because when I signed up for it, it instantly shadow banned all, and I think that's why my account was dead, to be honest, where it works for some people, but I noticed for historically it has not worked for me. And I've heard others say when they sign up for the creator fund, TikTok becomes weird, where it's like, oh, no, we don't want to pay you. We want
Mm.
to have you make us money for free. We'll push your videos out there, but why would we want to pay you for the millions of views you're receiving? Some people are just lucky to have that. And what is meant to be will always be meant for you.
Mhm.
So I kind of stayed away from monetizing both of my accounts because I feel like I've made more money just by the organic reach that I'm getting from opportunities that come about or just my own creations or own things. I haven't gone after any form of monetization on my other accounts. I just kept it strictly free advertisement because in my mind, and maybe this is just my own limiting belief, I just felt that when I do that, I'm operating on a frequency of greed where I'm doing this for the money, not the message that I want to get out there. And it's like when I have a message that I want to get out there, that's when the opportunities come about because it's a different frequency I'm operating on. And I know that you want to make this a career full time. That is the goal for all of us. But what you're doing on Instagram is working. And I don't know if you tried that on TikTok. I have not seen that. But your TikTok,
I tried it on TikTok like a while ago when I first started doing videos like that, which was like last year, and it didn't work.
It
Like
didn't.
it wasn't like gaining traction like how Instagram was gaining traction. Because I've had friends who were like, "Oh, you should just like move some of your content over to TikTok," and I did for like a while, and then I just noticed it wasn't working, and so that's why I was like, okay, maybe I could just start. I kind of gained my confidence on TikTok for like getting in front of the camera. And then I was like, okay, now I'm ready to do it for Instagram. I just have like family that follows me on Instagram, which I need to like block. But yeah.
You are holding yourself back. Because I was telling my dad, because believe it or not, I guess I give him free coaching. Our barter system was this laptop. So he's like, you teach me social media, I'll get you a new laptop. So that was our trade-off where I was working on an old laptop. But he is holding himself back because of his marriage, where his wife works for a big time company and he has to kind of hold himself back from what he wants to talk about
Mm,
because of where his wife works. So it's like now sometimes family can be our own hinder where you want to talk about these truths, but that's holding you back. And I approach everything from a when talk to my clients, I do it. I incorporate the Eastern philosophy and just the Wu way, just letting things go, going with the path of least resistance. And sometimes our own family could be a form of resistance that is blocking us from reaching our highest potential. It's a
yeah.
form of a limitation. So even though friends and business don't mix, and if you want to turn this into a business, well, friends, family, and some of them might have to go, or you just might have to hide your content from them because there's stuff that you want to share, but you feel like you're limited to sharing because of family. So yeah, I think if you want to share these truths on Tik, your family's going to come across you regardless once you do blow up. But this is what you feel called to do in your heart, right? You want to share this for your community and you want to get that out there. They might have to go if that's what you feel is what's holding you back. Do you feel
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, I mean that's why I'm going to like therapy about a lot of things. Um, yeah, I literally have talked to my therapist about it, and we came to like a lot of revelations as into like why I don't like why I feel like there is some sort of like surface level and not why I could like actually fully, because I can actually talk about a lot of things that I want to talk about, but I feel like I do hold myself back. And so we had some crazy revelations last week.
okay,
But
so
yeah, no, I completely agree. But I think like at the time, I do want to grow on like multiple platforms, but I do think that after getting on this call, it made me realize that I should be I should utilize my time and be on Instagram as much as I am on TikTok. And I've been getting kind of like holes to be on Instagram, but I feel like I almost have been like, no, it's personal or whatever. But yeah, no, I'm feeling a lot more of like maybe I really should just focus on Instagram as well.
yeah, no. And you know what's interesting is I as I told your friend, I said I don't think you need my full service because you already got the blueprint. Both of you guys have it figured out, to be honest. Like you have Instagram figured out. It's TikTok. Follow with the path of least resistance. If Instagram is the well that's watering you, stick to it. And you could still post on TikTok, just don't worry about it. Just because
Um,
when you keep worrying, oh, this isn't going viral, it's the equivalent of watching a plant grow, where you keep watching it, it's never going to grow. It's just going to stay stagnant. But once you take your eye off of it, it blooms into something beautiful. So it's just literally, I think, don't worry about TikTok. Continue to post on TikTok,
mhm.
but post on Instagram. And then I notice what's popular on YouTube, a lot of the creators who are growing on YouTube are the ones who are sharing. It's because we're in this age of Aquarius, and I incorporate a lot of astrology and stuff into my helping with some of my clients. But as we move into this age of Aquarius, what is flourishing right now is organic and authenticity. That is the frequency we all need to be on. where people don't care about you being superficial, sharing how great your life is, sharing how these beauty products, they don't care about that stuff. They want to hear your story. They want to hear your journey. They want to hear, almost think of it like a show. If you were to start a YouTube video, like I know one girl whose channel blew up because she said, "Hey, I'm moving to New York with only $500 in my pocket and I'm going to make it, watch me make it." So it's kept people engaging like a show to see
Mm-hmm.
her make it and to see her journey. So people love following a journey, or they love following some form of activism or something where it's a form of storytelling, but it's personable to you. So I also recommend keeping that in mind and going over to YouTube as well,
Oh
because
yeah, I'm actually I started a YouTube channel, so I'm actually gonna post my first video this month. And I want to be consistent with YouTube too, because I want my first video to actually talk about my journey on how I financially and emotionally decided to like become independent from my parents. And so like I want to help other people and kind of give them like kind of a guide of like how I did it so that they can implement it themselves too. So yeah.
I feel it in my head right here because I feel like that is what's going to also it's YouTube is a marathon where it's going to start off slow and then you keep consistent. It may seem frustrating, but that's the beauty of life. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy doing what you're doing in the now for to get to that end result. Because if there weren't trials and tribulations in a journey, it's not that much of a journey. And YouTube is that thing where you're just going to have to enjoy it for what it is. Just keep creating content, keep sharing, and not worry about, oh, it's not viral. It's not going to go viral overnight. YouTube doesn't do that. YouTube makes videos that you posted a year ago go viral, and you're like, I don't. Its algorithm is very interesting. It's not meant for us to understand. It's just meant for us to keep producing content and enjoying what we're putting out there. So I'm glad that you are deciding to put content out there on YouTube because you're going to see with you creating content on YouTube and then Instagram, it's going to go hand in fist with you being personable and then your Instagram brand growing because now you can push your Instagram to your YouTube like subconsciously, like just with when you tell your story and when you start, you should start. When my account was deleted, my it gave me time to think and reflect because I said I wanted to grow on YouTube. At the time, I wasn't even at 1,000 followers on YouTube, and I did a manifestation on August 8th of 2022. So it was when the Lionsgate portal where I was like, I'm gonna have a passive income from YouTube, and I was nowhere. I didn't meet any other parameters to do that. Then my TikTok account was deleted, and I was like, how? Why did this happen? Like you took away my stage. Now I can't even push people to YouTube. And it was
Mm-hmm.
because I was too focused on TikTok. I was focused too much on growing on TikTok that I didn't care that that stage could be taken away from me. So I said, you know what? They're never going to take my stage again. I'm going to stick to doing YouTube. I'm going to just do YouTube videos and I'm going to re-gear it to where my YouTube video is going to be based off of my TikTok content is going to be based off my YouTube video. So I'm going to do a YouTube video and it's going to be snippets from if you want to see more of this video, follow me on YouTube. So
Yeah.
I created my account again on TikTok and I made people follow me on YouTube by all the I had like a plan of action where I was like, I'm gonna post this video related to this. And then my next set of TikTok videos were going to be geared towards pushing people to my YouTube video, like giving them little teases. And that strategy worked for me. And then I built a large audience doing that. And now TikTok, remember that how I told you in the beginning of this conversation where it's like you want to sell something without selling it?
Mm-hmm.
Where now the way I sell it is by giving people a little tease of this. If you want to see more, go on YouTube. But TikTok doesn't like you to say follow me on YouTube because it's like you're taking people away from its platform. So
Mm-hmm.
now you got to say like either wait for the comment, where can I see more? Oh, follow me on YouTube. My YouTube is this. And then kind of have that comment pinned or whatever, have it up there. And then you'll naturally see people, they organically go to your YouTube channel. and they're going to
Yeah.
start following you. Or you could say, if you or you could just put in the comments, if you want to learn more, follow me on YouTube. Or you could put at the end of the video more on YT YouTube, because TikTok's algorithm catches it immediately when you say YouTube. Lincoln,
Yeah.
like, and you, or if you say link in the bio, TikTok doesn't like that. All my videos that say link in bio or follow me on YouTube instantly get suppressed on TikTok, not on Instagram. That's why I think you should start posting what you're planning on posting on TikTok, and don't worry about the outcome. But continue to do what you are doing on Instagram and not worry about the outcome as well. But just do you. Do
Yeah.
what you feel a calling to do. And with you about to transition to YouTube is brilliant, because that is where we are all going to flourish. Like, YouTube is about to make a lot of individuals flourish who are operating on a frequency of being their best authentic self, or giving a service to others. Those are the accounts and businesses that will thrive in this new age, where we are moving away from that age of Capricorn influence, where Capricorn was very superficial energy. And it was, look at me, I'm flashy, I'm rich. We're
Mhm.
moving away from that. We're moving away from, we want to hear your story, the average person who we can relate to. Oh, you work at McDonald's and you're trying to make your way and becoming a manager. People, oddly enough, are tuning into that, because that we want to follow a journey. So if your YouTube content is geared to a journey, it may be a year from now, it may be 2 years from now, it's going to have success. But you have to be consistent and dedicated to recording, because recording is tough to like do a day in the life video. It day in the life videos or whatever videos, those, the editing for it, all of that, you can burn out quick just by doing it. But so my thing is, pace yourself when you do this. This, as of right now, with us being in Mercury is in retrograde, this is the time that we all need to reflect and do a lot of planning out and doing a lot of journaling of what we plan on, how we plan on moving about until the 20. Like, that's all that. I wouldn't be making any major business decisions right now. I wouldn't be doing any big time plans. This is just the time that you just strategize and do some introspection and some shadow work. This is your time to do all that, because when you do all this, especially with this lunar eclipse that's about to come about, it's going to intensify this energy. It's meant for you to do shadow work. It's meant for you to go within yourself to do alchemy, because when you go within yourself, that is how you find gold. You're taking the parts of you that you're suppressing and you're bringing them to the light. Now you're about to take this part of you that you're suppressing and bring it to the light through social media. And you got to really be strategic with how you're about to go about this now, because you got
Yeah.
family that's going to feel some type of way. You got a lot of priorities that you got to juggle out right now. So continue to, you have the blue, you have the formula. You got it. You got the juice, as they say. Like, you have it. It's all it's all there. Like, I most of my services are for people who just have no clue how to edit, how to use social media. Like, I think more so the boomers that come to me for advice of how to. That's where my services really flourish. For people who just are oblivious.
Starting off.
Yes,
Yeah.
you don't need my services. You need to just do you. You have the blueprint, you have the formula, and it is working. And I think that if you stick to it, you will have success. So I'm actually going to follow you on Instagram
Oh,
to
thank
monitor, to like keep up with your success, because I love seeing people. I feel like when I follow, it's a form of like keeping you accountable.
It
Because
is.
I want to see that you are, because I when I say do the things that make you feel full in the heart, what makes me feel full in the heart is seeing others succeed, seeing others pursue what they want to do. And me following you is just that way of like keeping you accountable. Like, are you doing the work? Are you doing the steps that is required? I want to see the content. I want to see the consistency. So I tend to follow everyone who I know has potential to grow. And I see this. I see it right away with your account. You have the potential to grow. You have 13,000 followers. That right there was more than what I started. That right there is a milestone. And your following the follower ratio is brilliant, where you have 13,000 followers and you're following 187 people. So when people see that, they know you have something. They know you have it. They may not know what it is, but they're going to be curious to follow you. So um I suggest you get a you when you do create your YouTube account, create a link tree or a stand store where you can have all your a link in bio to where everybody can find all your other social media platforms. I love how aesthetically pleasing Stand Store looks. The only thing is it's like $29 a month, but
Yeah.
it works for if you are trying to for me, I have a business. So it works for entrepreneurs. If you have a product that you're trying to sell, Stand Store is the move. But for you, I think that I think that you need a regular link tree would work for you if you're not trying to sell any products. You just need a regular link tree where you can link your YouTube, link your if you do create a Facebook. Believe it or not, Facebook is a market to tap into.
Hmm.
I I should have told you that a while ago, but you create a Facebook page. Don't even follow have your main Facebook page is just your account where your family follows you, but this Facebook page that you create is going to be a business account. And it's going to be where you also post and you connect your Instagram to your Facebook page. And you post your videos simultaneously to Instagram and Facebook. And like I said, don't even worry about Facebook it growing. Just let it's going to be like a plant. That's how my Facebook grew. When I stopped watching it and stopped worrying about it growing, it grew. You're like, oh, one new route. It next thing you know, you're getting thousands of followers because of a video. So don't worry about the following. Just worry about don't even worry about anything. Just do you. Just post and continue to stick to the formula that is working for you. Because I think your Instagram account has the possibility to have millions of followers if because what you are doing though you have one of those accounts that works that way where you can post words or a beautiful sunset you live in California or
Mm-hmm. I live in California.
people love seeing the sunset in itself, so now like you have aesthetically pleasing content that allows people to see the sunset and where you are, or even if you're going on a hike. Do you hike or do you do any activities outdoors where you show a beautiful view of your journey or whatever? You have it. It's working for you. So all you have to do is change the scenery but you have the intellectual knowledge that people love coming to, and your account is going to be one of those accounts that can easily reach up to 1 million followers because people love this. And it doesn't take that much time. All you're doing is recording a scene. This is a gift. It's a blessing, actually, where you can just simply post a video, do a panoramic view of your area, and put a few of the message that you want to share onto it, and it goes viral. That's a gift because now you can grow and you can monetize and you can uh transfer that over to YouTube. And YouTube, like I said, it's going to be a marathon where it's going to be slow, but you will eventually grow. And speaking of YouTube, uh, since this is recorded, I feel like someone else would love to hear this message. So with your permission, I'm asking, would you mind if I put this as a YouTube live on my account? And that way I could send the link out and you could view it as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I give you permission.
Okay, because I want people to see that because I know some people are going to come across this, and that's why I said whether two people see it, someone else has to hear what you have to say, and I want you to I want you to know that you have it.
Oh,
So your account. The only thing I'd suggest with your Instagram account is to put a link tree especially when you do create your YouTube channel, and I love how your account is set up. Keep doing you on TikTok. Don't worry about the growth. It's going to come. Don't worry about monetizing your TikTok. That growth will come. So don't jump for the shiny red ball where it's like, oh, monetize now and make money, because then you can put yourself in a form of purgatory, where my old TikTok account is, where I tried to monetize it and now I can't get any view to go over 200 views.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a great point. I think that it's kind of like, and I'm not going to go too much deep into like philosophy and stuff like that, but kind of like how I already have something that's working, but I'm just like, no, I want to see this grow. Even if this is like right here and I know that this is going to help me, I'm just like, no, this. Like, I'm just like so stuck on wanting like TikTok to grow. I even have it on my vision board where I'm just like, TikTok success, but having nothing on YouTube. Well, I decided that I wanted to do YouTube like about a month ago, but nothing on Instagram, nothing on anything else. I'm just like so like TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. And I feel like I needed to hear this. Like I feel like I needed to just be like, no, it's something's working for you on Instagram. I just think I got frustrated because I know that I wanted to like have my face on there and talk to people and have people like have this connection with me and grow my community that way. And so I think you're right. Like I'm still gonna post on TikTok. I'm still gonna post on Instagram. I totally hear you on burning out because I've already burned out before and I'm just like I need to figure out what sustainability is for me. And now I'm really just focusing on a system that like works for me. Even with posting content like on YouTube, I just decided this is my first month. I'm only going to post once this month. You know, that's my goal. And then maybe next month, twice for that month. Let me see how that feels and just kind of like grow that way instead of being like, okay, I'm going to post every single week, no matter how my body's telling me, like, no, 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 like this is too much, you know? So I think this is a lot for me to think about and sit on, but I think for now on social media platforms, I just want to post 3 times a week, see how that feels, and kind of grow from there and just like slowly, gradually get to a point where I can stretch myself and post consistently because I don't want to just post a lot, stop for a certain amount of time, and then post again. I just want it to like flow that way. So, yeah.
Yeah, go with the flow and don't force anything. And you are literally forcing this whole TikTok thing. Just let it do its thing. When we meet resistance with something, that is just us. Like I have a brilliant story where I don't want to take up too much time of your time, but when I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I was at a writer's block when I was writing my book.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Let's just go on vacation. So my girlfriend and I, we went on vacation. And one of the days we were like, let's just make no plans and go with the flow. And that particular day, we went water tubing, and we just said, you know what, let's just do it. So we're going down the river, and I notice we keep drifting to the sides, and I'm like, why do we keep drifting to the sides? So I pick up a stick, and then there's this guy walking past me. He has his arms up in the air, and his feet kicked up, and he's like, oh, that's some stick you got there. Meanwhile, he's just floating aimlessly down this river. And I'm like, I'm gonna show him. So I pick up a bigger stick. Like, I got a bigger stick. This is ego, right?
Yeah.
Where my ego was sending this resistance in this current, where I was meeting so much resistance and I was still going towards the side. My girlfriend was like, just put the stick down and let's just go with the flow, like we intended to do with this day. So I put the stick down. We both relaxed and just went with the flow and let the river take us where it wanted to take us. And next thing you know, we were going with the flow of the current, just like the guy was. So that's what I'm getting at with you. You
Yeah.
going with the flow and doing what your heart feels a desire to do is going to lead to success. You worried about TikTok is that resistance. You worried about, oh, my face needs to be it. That's ego. That's the resistance. Your account is going to grow how it's supposed to grow. What is meant for you is meant for you. So this particular account has success and a proven track record of something that is working, and you can incorporate yourself into it, but don't worry about the outcome of when you do incorporate it. Just worry about, okay, I'm enjoying this. Now I want to like incorporate myself here. I want to post this. Just post when you feel your heart has a desire to post. Don't force it. Just, oh, I'm feeling inspired today. I'm going to get up and make a video. That's when you should post. Don't worry about, I need content now, because you will burn out. Go with the flow. Go with what your higher self is telling you to do. When your higher self is saying, I'm feeling inspired, let's do something, act on that. Don't act on the urge of, we need to do this, we need to do that, because that is listening to ego. When you listen to your higher self, it's more calm, it's relaxing, and it's, let's just go with the natural ebb and flow of life.
Yeah.
So that's,
All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think I definitely need to I already know the answers are within me, like period. I know that it's within me. It's not outside of me. It's not looking at other people. And yeah, I've just been like really honing into that. I've really been honing into that. So I really appreciate this call.
no, everything I say, everyone who finds their way to me, it was meant for them to find their way to me. I don't force it out and say, hey, I do this. It's just word of mouth, or somebody stumbles across it. But what is meant to be is meant to be. And I really enjoy like helping people along the way, that they whether they take the service or not, I just want them to take something that resonates with them internally. And I feel that we have done that. And to me, that feels like a success, where you know what to do now. And I I don't have anything else to offer you. Like it is, you have it. You already have it. You naturally had it. It's just, no, just don't fight with your ego. Go with the flow, and you will have success on all platforms. Just remember the analogy of that TikTok is your plant. When you keep focusing on it, or even a pot when it's boiling, it takes forever to boil. If you watch it, or a plant, if you watch it, you'll never see it grow. But if you just let it do its thing, it's going to grow. Don't
Yeah.
worry about the outcome. It's going to do its thing. Or Amazon, when you're waiting for a package to be delivered, you're not constantly checking it. You know it's on its way. It's going to get there when it gets there. And that's our journey in general. We're going to get to where we need to be regardless. We just
Yeah.
got to enjoy the journey. Enjoy where you are right now. Like, let me ask you this. Do you enjoy your current life right now?
Absolutely. I love my life. I just like am very career oriented and very career focused. And I know that I'm the type of person that wants to live a very like rich, luxurious life. I've always known that from the start. But like I was making six figures before and then I got laid off. And then I was like, I really want to do this. And then it was just rush, rush, rush. Let me like try to get everything going. Like I need to make the same amount of money I was making before and all that type of stuff. But it's like I just know I'm gonna be a millionaire. I just know I'm gonna have my million of followers. Like I just know all of that's gonna happen, but I need to learn the lessons along the way, and I know that I'm there. But right now I have a beautiful partner, a beautiful house. I don't have to worry about any money right now. I really don't. And every day I look outside of my house, I'm just like, not even I can't believe I'm here. I'm just like, this, like the universe has my back. Like, why am I tripping? That's literally what I'd like tell myself when I'm like stressing out. I'll get high and I'm like, "Ugh, I've come such a long way. Like, what am I tripping about, you know? So yeah, I do love my life. I like go to bed every night just feeling so happy. I just need to not let my mind take control of like my career because my career, I used to tie my identity to it, and now I'm just like pulling back from that. So,
One thing I learned as a firefighter is life is too quick. It is very short. And I seen that I didn't want to have, I want to live a life of abundance too. And I was in that rush mindset. Like, I'm never going to be rich being a firefighter. So when I did some introspection and realized, like, wow, I'm healthy, I'm 6 feet above ground, I have my loved ones, I can go on vacation whenever I want. When I went from that mindset of I have a good life, that's when the abundance started to flow in even more, because that positivity attracts that. So I want you to get into that mindset and stay in that mindset of gratitude, because gratitude fosters even more growth. So you have an amazing life. You're living in California. You have an amazing view. And I see it on your social media account, and other people feel that frequency actually. That's why those videos are having success, because they are feeling your subconscious. your subconscious success that you projected onto them. Remember, I said people know when you're trying to sell something to them, they feel that energy. Well, people feel the energy of the natural success you already have, and you're the one who's going against it by, like, I want more. No, you have a lot right now, and just continue to enjoy the journey. And that's when the abundance will continue to flow in even more because you have it. You have an amazing life. You're living where other people are just, they wish they could live where you're living. West Coast is beautiful. It's a vibe and it's expensive, and not everybody can afford to live out there, but you can. And that right there is something to be very appreciative of, where you have a good life. Yes, your social media isn't going, it is going. I'm not even going to say it's not going. Your social media is going. You're the one who's fighting that because you want more. You have it already. It's there, and people feel that you do have it and you don't realize you have it, but you want to incorporate this, but this is what is working. You have it good. And you just have to just sit back and enjoy the journey. Don't rush nothing. Don't burn yourself out. Just take time to meditate. Take the time to reflect on where you are. Take the time to just do things for yourself that really get you into the moment. And then and that's when creativity truly gets fostered. When you are doing the things that put you in a flow state, you get inspired to create. So, because you're tapping into your higher self. So, continue to do the things that put you in a moment where you lose track of time. You're not worried about social media. You're not worried about anything. You're just doing whatever activity that you are doing that's keeping your attention. So, I think you got this. I don't think, I know you got this. And I see within a few years your YouTube channel having a lot of success if you stay consistent and don't burn yourself out.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you. I got this.
You
I
do
got this.
have this.
Thank
I'll
you.
be monitoring your success over the time, and feel free to reach out if you have any other questions. I
I-
followed you on Instagram. We have each other's information. I'll be watching.
all right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great Monday and I'll talk to you later. I'll definitely reach out to you.
Absolutely. Enjoy your Monday. Do the things that are make you feel full in the heart. And this eclipse is happening, so definitely take some time to reflect internally.
Definitely.
Advice. Take care.
Bye.